What would the USA do if it were to run out of prison space? Has anyone ever thought about that? We could only speculate because the BOP nor the DOCs have effectively submitted any plan for such. So the only way to know what would really happen is to look and model after a real life situation. And today I use the UK, the United Kingdom, as an example. Warning, this is real. So first, the prison population in the UK has risen so fast that they were considering renting out cells from Estonia to ease prison overcrowding. Official figures show that the UK had 88,521 inmates in jail ending the first week of September, 171 more than the previous week, and the prison population rose by 1,025 inmates over the last 4 weeks. Now, they had a huge early release program for inmates beginning on September 10th, but think about it, man. Just let them out. Is that what we really want to do? Just let them out because we're running out of space? Is that really the answer? Well, it gets even better. In July, the UK's equal to a US DOC director, which is Justice Secretary Shabana Mahmood. She announced plans to cut the proportion of sentences that inmates must serve from 50% down to 40%. And let's note here that 40% good time law did not apply to murderers, sex offenders, and all types of other violent offenders. Now just imagine, inmates only have to serve 40% of their sentence. So an inmate with 10 years would only serve 4 years. On to an inmate with 100 years would only serve 40. Now that's amazing. It's amazing how they can even just give 50% good time and they still have overcrowding. That is just crazy and it don't make sense, man. Inmates in Virginia serve 85% of their sentences, and that is on best behavior. And we do not have those types of problems. So how are they going through this type of situation? It doesn't make sense. Just think, inmates only serve half their sentences and they're still overcrowded. That means that the prisons are never getting any relief from offenders. It continues to grow. It's a revolving door and the inmates are continuously replenished. The whole point is the UK has been in an emergency state where they were about to not be able to lock up criminals. Now that is insane. Imagine your local police department can't lock up anybody because there's nowhere to put them.
So let me give you an example in Holland, which I know lots of people like to use the Dutch as an example. They've shut half their prisons, not because people are less naughty in Holland, it's because they got a different way of sentencing, which is community sentencing. So people can stay at home, keep their jobs, keep their homes, keep reading their kids' bedtime stories. And it means that they're far less likely to commit crime again. I think we need to have a government that is prepared to accept that we can't afford as a country to build £4 to £6 billion worth of prisons to house more people. So it just doesn't make sense at all.